he's circumventing Congress and he's, doing all these orders. And I said, didn't the last president do that? Like a lot of them?
In
He's, well,
fact,
yeah, he did. And I
well,
said,
in
okay.
fact, I'm going to jump in here. The courts told Biden, you cannot use federal monies to pay off people's students' loans.
Yes, that's correct.
And Biden went ahead and did it anyways,
Yes.
going against the court ruling that he can't do that. So, I mean, if you want to define what a king is, the Democrats have to look in a mirror.
Well, and
But
that was the point I was making to my friend there. It's like, you know, yes, he's kind of circumventing Congress in a little ways with using his executive powers. And I said, didn't the last president and previous presidents before that do that? What? Yeah. Okay, they did. And I said, all right. I said, and he hasn't said he's not leaving office. And so, he's still in his duly appointed thing. And he said, yeah, but the courts. And I said, you mean how he picked certain justices that kind of leaned towards his, but Congress had to approve them? Well, yeah. And I
so the
said,
courts were put in place through a legal constitutional process,
yeah.
is what you're saying.
Well, and I talked to him. I said, and didn't other presidents do this? In fact, when we've had higher numbers in the Supreme Court, wasn't that added in under decidedly, Democratic sides? And he said,
The-
yeah, okay. And I said, so I'm trying to struggle with what he's doing that makes him a king compared to previous presidents. It seems like all he's doing is exactly what previous presidents did. And that's when he said, I don't think we can continue to have this conversation tonight and have a good dinner.